Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Let's settle so that we can start, members. Good afternoon, honorable members. I love the attendance. I'm impressed. Yes. Yeah. So you are highly welcome to this afternoon session. Of course, you know why we did not sit in the morning, but we are sure we are just going to combine everything and we'll finish. So I need your cooperation, members, so that you can finish this process. Clerk, let us start. Let's proceed.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
We have papers. We have some papers to lay on the table. And the first paper is to be laid by Honorable Paul Wambua, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, members. Madam Speaker, I wish to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, the 17th June 2026. 1. The report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on consideration of the supplementary estimates for the financial year 2025-2026. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
May I invite once again Honorable Paul Wambua, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come and give a notice of motion.
Once again, thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 208, I wish to give a notice of motion that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the financial year 2025-2026, tabled in the Assembly on the 17th of June 2026, and pursuant to the provisions of the Section 135 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 208. 1. Approves the issuance of a sum of Kenya shillings 17,118,216,493 from the County Revenue Fund to meet the expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of the votes contained in the schedule attached to the order paper, Appendix 2. Secondly, approves the non-financial recommendations as stated in the report. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion, shortening of maturity of a bill.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come forward and move the motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill of 2026. That is the Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bill number 1, from 7 days to 1 day to ensure the bill is approved in time. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member.
I wish to call the Honorable
Proceed.
Ndaka to second.
Thank you, Honorable Members. I now propose the question that pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, from 7 days to 1 day to ensure the bill is approved in time. May I call the members to debate this motion? Thank you. I now put the question that pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, from 7 days to 1 day to ensure the bill is approved in time. As many are of the opinion say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, first reading.
I invite the clerk to read the title of the bill.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2026 and to appropriate that sum for certain public services and purposes.
Next order.
Order number 10, motion, approval of report of supplementary budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026.
May I invite Honorable Paul Wambua to come forward to present that motion.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 208, I wish to move the motion that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the supplementary budget estimates for the County Government and Assembly for the financial year 2025-2026, tabled in the Assembly on the 17th June 2026, and pursuant to the provision of Section 135 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 208. 1. approves the issuance of a sum of Kenya shillings 17 billion 118,216,493 from the County Revenue Fund to meet the expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of the votes contained in the schedule attached to the order paper, Appendix 2. And secondly, approves the non-financial recommendations as stated in the report. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mekola, a seconder.
I hereby call upon the Vice Chair, Budget and Appropriations Committee, Honorable Alphonse, to second. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the financial year 2025-2026 tabled in the Assembly on 17th June 2026 and pursuant to the provisions of Section 135 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 208. 1. Approves the issuance of a sum of 17 million billion 1 million let me just say 17,118,216,493 from the County Revenue Fund to meet the expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of the votes contained in the schedule attached to the order paper, Appendix 2. Approves the non-financial recommendations as stated in the report. Before I invite members to debate this motion, I'll call the mover to come forward and give the highlights of the report. Honorable Paul Wambua.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I give the highlights of this report, I wish to thank the Committee on Budget and Appropriations for finding me fit to hold the office of Budget Chair. And I want to assure this House that and the Machakos County populations that we will do justice to the budget, and we are determined to give a budget like no other that has been done in this Assembly. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Now I proceed to give highlights of the report. Madam Speaker, the financial year 2025-2026 first supplementary budget was tabled before the House on 5th May 2026 and committed to the Budget and Appropriations Committee as well as the sectoral committees.
Hold on, let's agree on.
Yeah, I will.
Going to read everything?
No, not everything, Madam Speaker. I'll go through the overview.
Yes.
I'll go through the adherence to legal provisions, then committee budget highlights and recommendations. Yeah. That I think will be the longest part. Then I'll go to submissions from the sectoral committee. I did not look at the submissions from each sectoral committee, but I'll go to submission from the CCM, finance, and then financial committee recommendations, Madam Speaker, then acknowledgement.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The financial year 2025-2026 first supplementary budget was tabled before the House on the 5th May 2026 and committed to the Budget and Appropriations Committee as well as the sectoral committees. Further, additional notes were submitted to the Assembly on the 6th and 8th May 2026. The supplementary budget is prepared in accordance with Section 135(2) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, which stipulates that a county government shall submit a supplementary budget in support of the additional expenditure to seek authority for spending through the County Assembly. The law provides that an appropriation act can only be amended through a supplementary bill. Number 2, the Machakos County First Supplementary Budget for financial year 2025-2026 seeks to amend the financial year 2025-2026 Appropriation Act to accommodate the following. A, adjusting the equitable share from a sum of Kenya shillings 10 billion 27 million to a sum of shillings 10 billion 179 132 681, being an increase of Kenya shillings 152 million 132,681. B. Adjusting unconditional grants from Kenya shillings 1 million 617 189 to Kenya shillings 1 million 782 463, being an increase of Kenya shillings 165 to 74. C. Adjusting the conditional grants from Kenya shillings 1 billion 74 million 193 416 to Kenya shillings 1 billion 733 380 775, being an increase of Kenya shillings 659 187 359. D. Adjusting the ordinary on-source revenue from 3 billion 92 million 928 582 to Kenya shillings 4 billion 137 928 582, being an increase of 1 billion and 45 million. E. Adjusting the hospital revenues from 997 million 846 534 to Kenya shillings 1 billion 684 157 198, being an increase of Kenya shillings 686 million 310 664 shillings. F. To accommodate carry forwards of financial year 2024-2025 amounting to Kenya shillings 426 million 834 794 shillings. And G. Accommodate internal vote realignments. Madam Speaker, on the adherence to legal provisions, the format, structure, and content of the supplementary budget is as stipulated in legal documents, that is Kenya Constitution 2010, Article 201 of the PFM Act 2012, Section 135(2) regulations. Some gaps have been observed in the first supplementary budget for the financial year 2025-2026, particularly in regard to format, content, and structure of the documents. These are as follows. Section 135 of the PFM Act 2012 limits the County Assembly reallocation in the supplementary budget to not more than 10% of the approved budget estimates of a program for some votes, unless it is for unseen and unavoidable need as defined in Section 112 and the PFM Act 2012. PFM Regulation 39(9) further expounds on this legal provision. The County Treasury has not adhered to this legal provision. Some new items have been introduced in the supplementary budget. For instance, receiver of revenue in the Department of Finance amounting to 12.28 million, purchase of motor vehicles under roads amounting to 60 million, Machakos level 5, Kangundo level 4, Kadhiani level 4, and research and feasibility studies under health at 30.78 million. Madam Speaker, I go to committee budget highlights and recommendations. Honorable Speaker, the committee hereby highlights the supplementary budget proposals per each department and recommends as follows. 1. Office of the Governor. The Office of the Governor has an approved budget of 807,034,705, which constitutes Kenya shillings 22,926,329 for development and Kenya shillings 784,108,376 for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to decrease the recurrent budget by 276 million from Kenya shillings 784,108,376 to Kenya shillings 508,108,376, being an effect of P01 coordination and supervisory services. Supervisory services, Office of the Governor HQ, decreased by 115,394 to 49 on, being a decrease by 115,394 to 49. P02 transport services, decrease by 25,852,111. P03 human resource and administration services, a decrease by 36,364,449. P04 ICT services, decreased by 30,499,150. P05 hospitality services, decreased by 25,963,375. P06 cabinet office, decreased by 14,410,965. And P09 office of the county advisors, decreased by 27,515,701. This is in line with the County Revenue Allocation Act, CARA. Further, the County Treasury proposes to increase development budget by 20 million to 42,926,329, being an effect on P03, Office of the County Secretary. The committee recommends that the Office of the Governor be allocated 22,926,329 for development and 508,108,376 for recurrent expenditure respectively. Number 2, Office of the County Attorney. The approved budget for the Office of the County Attorney is shillings 62,755,998, which consists of 3,702,219 for development and Kenya shillings 59,053,779 for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to retain both the recurrent and development budgets. The committee therefore recommends that the recurrent expenditure be retained at 59,053,779 and 3,702,219 for development expenditure as per the County Treasury's proposal. But 3, Department of Trade, Industry, Tourism and Innovation. The Department of Trade, Tourism and Innovation has an approved budget of shillings 321,431,819, which constitutes of Kenya shillings 152,030,496 for the development and 169,401,323 for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to increase the total recurrent budget estimates for the department by 20 million and from Kenya shillings 169,401,323 to Kenya shillings 189,401,323, being an effect of increases in P03 small and medium size enterprises by 15 million and P04 industrialization and innovation by 5 million. In the development budget, the County Treasury proposes to increase the budget by 76,571,404 from Kenya shillings 152,030,496 to Kenya shillings 228,601,900, being an effect of an increase in P03 industrialization and innovation. The committee, Madam Speaker, recommends that the recurrent expenditure in the department be set at Kenya shillings 157,401,323 and development expenditure at 211,568,682. Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management. In the Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management, and the approved budget is Kenya shillings 1,748,749,190, constituting of 537,153,765 for development and 1,211,595,425 for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to increase the budget estimates for the department by Kenya shillings 153,606,215 from 1,211,595,425 to Kenya shillings 1,365,21640, being an increase in programs P01 revenue management by Kenya shillings 165,274, P02 budget formulation, coordination and implementation by Kenya shillings 15,863,387. P04 accounting services by Kenya shillings 52,037,799. P05 receiver of revenue unit at Kenya shillings 12,275,946. P06 audit services by Kenya shillings 2,100,006 shillings. P07 human resource management and support services by Kenya shillings 19,603,423. P08 economic planning and statistical services by Kenya shillings 1,101,657. P09 monitoring and evaluation by Kenya shillings 15,189,524. P11 Directorate of Governors Project Delivery Unit by 9,385,192, and P012 Public Communications by Kenya shillings 25,884,007. In the development budget, Madam Speaker, the County Treasury proposes to increase the budget by Kenya shillings 87.2 million from 537,153,765 to Kenya shillings 624,353,765, being an effect of a decrease in program P01 revenue management by Kenya shillings 2,441,550, P02 budget formulation, coordination and implementation increase by 30 million, P03 accounting services increase by Kenya shillings 120,498,357, P05 monitoring and evaluation decrease by 429,000, P07 ICT services and infrastructure decrease by 60,627,807, and P08 public communications increase by 200,000. The committee recommends that the recurrent budget of the department is revised to Kenya shillings 1,196,532,744 and development budget to 469,353,765. Department of Devolution. In the Department of the Devolution, Madam Speaker, the approved budget is Kenya shillings 165,789,495, constituting of shillings 430,341,913 for development and 1,225,447,582 for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes to increase the total recurrent estimates for the department by Kenya shillings 1,269,869,298 from Kenya shillings 1,225,447,582 to Kenya shillings 2,495,316,880, being the effect of increases in PO1 public service, general administration and coordination services by Kenya shillings 1,161,459,798, P03 training, research and development by 28 million, P04 county administration and decentralized units by 59,984,239, P06 solid waste management by Kenya shillings 2 million, and P07 civic engagement by Kenya shillings 21,425,261. In the development budget, Madam Speaker, the County Treasury proposes to decrease the budget by 11 million from Kenya shillings 430,341,913 to Kenya shillings 419,341,913, being decreases in PO1 public service and performance management 5 million, P04 public civic engagement by 6 million. The committee recommends that the recurrent budget of the department be revised to shillings 2,434,742,141 and development budget at 419,341,913, Madam Speaker. In the Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development, Madam Speaker, the Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development has an approved budget of 579,480,374, which constitutes of Kenya shillings 329,294,595 for development and 250,185,779 for recurrent. The County Treasury proposes that the total recurrent budget estimates for the department be retained at 250,185,779. On the development budget, the County Treasury proposes an increase of 128,289,520 from 329,294,595 to Kenya shillings 457,584,115, being an increase in P01 General Administration and Support Services by Kenya shillings 127,853,808, increase in P02 Crop Development and Management by Kenya shillings 3,203,258, decrease in P04 Fisheries Development by Kenya shillings 2,583,400, increase in P05 Veterinary Services by Kenya shillings 2 million, and a decrease in P06 Agricultural Training Center by Kenya shillings 2,184,146. The committee recommends that recurrent expenditure in the department be retained at 250, 185,779, and the development that is the recurrent, and the development expenditure be revised to Kenya shillings 453, 399, 969. In the Department of Health, Madam Speaker, the approved budget is Kenya shillings 4,723,153,719, constituting a development expenditure of 521, 247, 542, and Kenya shillings 4,201,906,177 for recurrent. The county treasury is proposing to increase the recurrent budget estimates for the department by Kenya shillings 592, 279, 638 from Kenya shillings 4,201,906,177 to Kenya shillings 4,794,185,815, being an effect of increases in programs P01, General Administration by Kenya shillings 52.6, P02, Machakos Level 5 by Kenya shillings 164.4 million, P03, Kangundo Level 4 by Kenya shillings 16 million, P04, Matu Level 4 by Kenya shillings 12 million, P05, Kadhiani Level 4 by Kenya shillings 12 million, P06, Mwala Level 4 by Kenya shillings 11 million, P07, Kimiti Level 4 by 9 million, P08, Masinga Level 4 by 9 million, P09, Adriva Level 4 by 15 million, P010, Mutituni Level 4 by 11 million, P011, Didini Level 4 by 7 million, P012, Kalama Level 4 by 7 million, and P013, Public Health by 266, 279, 638. In the development budget, Madam Speaker, the County Treasury proposes to increase the budget by Kenya shillings 187, 805, 585 from Kenya shillings 521, 247, 542 to Kenya shillings 709, 053, 127, being an effect of an increase in P01, General Administration by Kenya shillings 22,039, 669, P02, Machakos Level 5, an allocation of Kenya shillings 10 million, 967, 703, P04, Kangundo Level 4, an allocation of Kenya shillings 14, 999, 600, P05, Kadhiani Level 4, an allocation of 7753, 059, P06, Ndidhini Level 4, decreases by Kenya shillings 23, 790, 007, and an increase in program P07, Public Health by 155, 835, 561. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure of the department be decreased to Kenya shillings 4,701,585,815 and development expenditure to 668,806. In the Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works, Madam Speaker, the department has an approved budget of Kenya shillings 1,425,819,210, which constitutes Kenya shillings 1,158,939,932 for development and Kenya shillings 266,879,278 for recurrent. The county treasury proposes to increase the total recurrent budget estimates for the department by Kenya shillings 40,075,85 from Kenya shillings 266,879,278 to Kenya shillings 306,949,863, being an effect of an increase in P03, County Fleet Management. In the development budget, Madam Speaker, the county treasury proposes to increase the budget for the department by Kenya shillings 20 million from 1,158,939,932 to Kenya shillings 1,178,939,932, being an effect of increase in P02, Road Development and Management by 10 million, P03, County Fleet Management by 20 million, and decrease in P04, County Government Buildings Services by 10 million. The committee, Madam Speaker, recommends that the current expenditure of the department be decreased to Kenya shillings 226,879,278 and development expenditure to 1,138,939,932. Department of Education. The department has an approved budget of 912, 824,007, which constitutes of 107,200,939 on development and 805,623,068 for recurrent expenditure. The county treasury proposes to increase the total recurrent budget estimates for the department by 88 million from Kenya shillings 805,623,068 to 893,623,068, being an effect of an increase in programs P01, General Administration, Planning and Support Services by Kenya shillings 88 million. In the development budget, Madam Speaker, the county treasury proposes to retain the budget at Kenya shillings 107,200,939. The committee recommends that the recurrent expenditure for the department these things are hiding, be decreased to Kenya shillings 780,379,952, and the development expenditure be retained at 107,200,939. The Department of Housing, of Lands, Housing, Urban Development and Energy. The department has an approved budget of 493,358,201, which constitutes of Kenya shillings 262,129,088 for recurrent and Kenya shillings 231,229,113 for development. The county treasury proposes to increase the total recurrent budget estimates for the department by 11,323,811 from Kenya shillings 262,129,088 to Kenya shillings 273,452,899, being an effect of increases in programs P01, Lands and Physical Planning, HQ, Admin Services by 4,023,811, P04, Machakos Municipality by Kenya shillings 2 million, P05, Mavoko Municipality by Kenya shillings 3.3, and P06, Kangundo Tala by 2 million. In the development budget, the treasury proposes to increase the budget by Kenya shillings 280,224,842 from Kenya shillings 231,229,113 to Kenya shillings 511,453,955, being an effect of decreases in programs P01, Lands and Physical Planning by Kenya shillings 4,023,811, P03, Housing and Urban Development by Kenya shillings 90,084,562, increases in programs P04, Mavoko Municipality by Kenya shillings 287,335,650, P05, Machakos Municipality by Kenya shillings 62,455,797, and P06, Tala Kangundo Municipality by Kenya shillings 24,541,768. The committee recommends the recurrent expenditure for the department to be increased to Kenya shillings 269,429,087, and development expenditure be retained at Kenya shillings 511,453,955. Madam Speaker, on the Department of Gender, Youth, Sports and Social Welfare, the department has an approved budget of 491,881,353, which constitutes of Kenya shillings 282,857,555 on development and Kenya shillings 209,023,798 on recurrent. The county treasury proposes to retain both recurrent and development budget estimates for the department, but with internal reallocations by reducing program P04, Gender and Social Services by 44,426,629 and enhancing program P03, Youth Empowerment by the same amount, 44,426,629. The committee, Madam Speaker, recommends that the recurrent expenditure for the department be decreased to Kenya shillings 181,633,259 and development expenditure to 208,430,926. Department of Water, Irrigation, Environment and Climate Change. The Department of Water, Irrigation and Climate Change has an approved budget of Kenya shillings 797,769,115, which constitutes of Kenya shillings 657,048,294 for development and Kenya shillings 147,20,891 for recurrent. The county treasury proposes that the total recurrent budget estimates for the department to be increased by Kenya shillings 13,941,154 from Kenya shillings 140,720,821 to Kenya shillings 154,661,975, being an effect of increase in program P04 climate change. Under the development budget, members and Madam Speaker, the department the treasury proposes to increase by Kenya shillings 265 to 36,721 from 657,048 to 94 to Kenya shillings 922,285,015, being an effect of increases in programs P01 water resource management by 100 million, P04 climate change by Kenya shillings 165 million to 36,721. The committee recommends that recurrent expenditure be retained at 154,661,975 and development expenditure be decreased to 807,285,015. The Department of County Public Service Board. The County Public Service Board has an approved budget of 50,680,539, which constitutes of 43,276,101. That is development, recurrent, and Kenya shillings 7,404,438 on development. The county treasury proposes that both the recurrent and development estimates for the board be retained at Kenya shillings 43,276,101 and Kenya shillings 7,404,438 respectively. The committee recommends both recurrent and development expenditure for the County Public Service Board to be retained at 43,276,101 and 7,404,438 respectively. The County Assembly, Madam Speaker and members, has an approved budget of 1,122,857,996, which constitutes of Kenya shillings 967,857,996 for recurrent and Kenya shillings 155 million for development. The county treasury proposes to increase the recurrent budget by Kenya shillings 2,212,000 to Kenya shillings 970,069,996, being an effect in program P010, other current transfers, and retained development budget estimates at Kenya shillings 155 million, Madam Speaker. The committee recommends that the recurrent and development expenditure be retained at 970,069,996 and 155 million respectively. Madam Speaker, I now go to effects of the committee recommendations on the first supplementary budget financial year 2025-2026. Honorable Speaker and members, the overall effects of the committee recommendations are a revision of the approved budget by Kenya shillings 1,924,630,772 from Kenya shillings 15,193,585,721 to Kenya shillings 17,118,216,493. I think further analysis will give us the reason why we are revising the budget upwards. A further analysis shows that the recurrent expenditure will increase by Kenya shillings 1,336,731,014, while the development expenditure will increase by Kenya shillings 587,899,758. This translates to recurrent expenditure of 69.71 and development expenditure of 31.29, compensation of 31.29. Is it 31.29 or 30.29? No, I am reading, but 69 plus, it should be 30.29. This is a typo, it should be 30.29. Compensation to employees stands at Kenya shillings 7,547,422,007, translating to 44% of the total revenue. This supplementary budget is therefore in compliance with the fiscal responsibility principles set out under 1072B of the PFM Act, except on compensation of employees which exceeds the 35% set threshold. In accommodating the recommendations by Budget and Appropriations Committee, the expenditure framework shall be Kenya shillings 5,184,276,888, which is 30.29 on development. Recurrent expenditure 11,933,939,605, which is 69.71. And compensation to employees shall be Kenya shillings 7,547,422,007, translating to 44% of the total revenue. Madam Speaker, in the course of our preparing the report, we had an engagement with the CCM Finance, and I'm going to go through the submissions of the Office of the CCM Finance. The committee requested for information from CCM Finance Economic Planning and Revenue Management to respond to concerns raised during the interrogation of the supplementary budget estimates 2025-2026. The following were the submissions. A. On increase in ordinary source revenue, on-source revenue from Kenya shillings 3 billion to Kenya shillings 4.14 billion, the CCM submitted that this was informed by the county government's ongoing revenue enhancement measures aimed at strengthening revenue collection and administration. These interventions have contributed to consistent upward trend in revenue performance over the period 2022 to 2026. As at the 10th of June 2026, Madam Speaker, the CCM submitted daily bankings of on-source revenue report amounting to Kenya shillings 1,719,554,917. That submission is annexed to this report. B, Madam Speaker, on the increase in compensation to employees, the CCM submitted that the county government has experienced increased expenditure under the compensation of employees arising from the implementation of salary adjustments and remuneration reviews as advised by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC. This has necessitated the budget adjustment under the supplementary budget to ensure adequate provisions for personnel emolument. C, the increase of revenue, hospital revenues from Kenya shillings 997.85 million to 1,000,000,68, the CCM submitted that it is largely attributed to the carry forward of unspent balance from the previous financial year, which has been incorporated in the supplementary budget. As at 11th June 2026, the CCM submitted that the total collected hospital revenues amounted to 281,187,972. That includes the pay bill and remissions from SHA, and unpaid claims from SHA, which amount to 1,323,059,977. Under the departmental budget absorption rates, the CCM submitted that as at the third quarter reporting period, the total expenditure was Kenya shillings 8,557,210,380.81, translating to an average of 61% against a total budget of 14,070,727,724.55, excluding the county assembly, and this is tabulated below. Madam Speaker, at this point in time, I want to go to committee recommendations. Honorable Speaker and members of this assembly, the committee recommends the following. A, the county resource envelope be approved as follows. 1. On-source revenue 3,092,928,582. Equitable share 10,179,132,681. Conditional grants 1,733,380,775. Hospital revenues 1,684,157,198. Unconditional grants 1,782,463. Financial year 2024-2025 balances carried forward 426,834,794, totaling to 17,118,216,493. Departmental revised allocation be approved as follows. Office of the Governor, recurrent expenditure 508,108,376. Development 22,926,329, totaling to 531,034,705. Trade, industry, tourism and innovation, recurrent budget of 157,401,323. Development 211,568,682, totaling to 368,970,005. Finance, economic planning and revenue management, recurrent of Kenya shillings 1,196,532. That is recurrent, and development budget of 469,353,765, totaling to 1,665,886,509. Agriculture, food security and cooperative development, recurrent 250,185,779, development 453,399,969, totaling to 703,585,748. Health, recurrent 4,701,585,815. Development 668,268,806, totaling to 5,369,854,621. Roads, transport and public works, recurrent 226,879,278. Development 1,138,939,932, totaling to 1,365,819,210. Education 780 million, recurrent 379,952, and 107,200,939. Development, totaling to 887,580,891. Lands, urban development, housing and energy, recurrent 269,429,087. Development 511,453,955, total 780,883,042. Madam Speaker, water, irrigation, environment and climate change, recurrent budget is 154,661,975, development 807,285,015, making a total of 961,946,990. County Public Service Board, recurrent 43,276,101, development 7,404,438, total 56,80,539. County Assembly 970,069,996 in recurrent and 155 million in development, a total of 1,125,069,996. Devolution 2,434,742,141 recurrent, 419,341,913 development, making a total of 2,854,084,054. Gender, youth, sports and social welfare, recurrent 181,633,259, development 208,430,926, total 390,064,185. Office of the County Attorney, 59,053,779 recurrent and 3,702,219 development, totaling to 62,755,998. Madam Speaker, our total recurrent expenditure will therefore be 11,933,939,605, while the development expenditure will be 5,184,276,888. That will be 30.29% 4% of the total budget, making a total of 17,118,216,493 shillings in our total budget. Number C, Madam Speaker, the committee recommends that the recurrent budget be set at 11,933,939,605 and development budget at 5,184,276,888. The committee further recommends that on-source revenue be retained at the originally budgeted figure of 3,092,928,582 instead of the proposed 4,137,928,582. And further, the county executive ensures realistic revenue targets are set. The committee recommends that the personnel emolument ratio for the staff be reduced from the current 44% to 35% as required in the PFM Act regulations of 2015. The county executive needs to come up with strategies of overcoming this violation. And it's expected that members will give their input or their idea on how the county government needs to, their input on how the county government needs to work around this issue. F, the committee recommends priority be given to the ongoing and stalled projects before initiating new ones in this and in subsequent budgets. G, the committee recommends that increases in some votes be adjusted to accommodate the set recurrent and development expenditure framework and the revised resource envelope. In conclusion, Madam Speaker and members, the approval of the first supplementary budget for financial year 2025-2026 will enable the county increase the absorption rate and avoid carrying forward balances that have been witnessed in previous years. In acknowledgement, the Budget and Appropriations Committee acknowledges the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for facilitating the committee to undertake this exercise. I wish to express my appreciation to the honorable members of the committee who sacrificed their time, especially from this morning, to participate in the meetings and in the preparation of this report. It is therefore my honor and privilege, Madam Speaker, on behalf of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, to table the first supplementary budget for financial year 2025-2026 before this honorable House for consideration and approval. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Let's have order. Thank you very much, Honorable Paul Wambua, for that elaborate report. Now, at this point, I would like now to invite members to debate the motion. Honorable Kaviu, Minority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support the report and also to commend the committee for the additional hours that they have put in place to ensure that we have this document. And Madam Speaker, what we are undertaking today is one of our constitutional mandate under Section 135(2), where the County Assembly is given the mandate of ensuring that we oversight, and the budgeting process is one of the oversight, and it should not be mistaken as just a process of just okaying figures as they are. So we want to thank the committee, and in future, Madam Speaker, as we move towards the end of our term, it's important that we look and sit down and agree as a house how we are going to help mitigate the aspects of the rise in cases of pending bills. Madam Speaker, I've seen from the report that we are almost at around 6 billion in terms of pending bills. And Madam Speaker, that equates to a full financial year development budget. And I keep asking myself, is it that something is not happening, that we are deliberately refusing to pay? Or what is happening? Because if our development budget amounts to around 5 billion, then we have an equivalent amount of pending bill, then something is not right somewhere. So I want to urge the House, even as we consider the next budgeting cycle, because the people who worked, who are contracted to offer services to this county, they are sons and daughters of Machakos County, and devolution, Madam Speaker, is supposed to help and help our people grow. It should not be facilitate their economic downturn. So if we are contracting people, contractors, and from Machakos or even from outside Machakos, the best thing to do is, once somebody has been paid, is to ensure that they are paid on time, so that we don't end up accumulating. Because, Madam Speaker, where we are, if for a period of 10 years, at the inception of this third session, and also the third government regime of Machakos, we inherited a pending bill of 2.7 billion that had accumulated for 10 years. Madam Speaker, now that we are at 6 billion, it means we are outperforming ourselves in terms of accumulating them. So, and Madam Speaker, that should be an indicator, and I want to urge the House, as we move next week out to finalize on our financial budget for the year 2026-2027, let's ensure that pending bills and the issues of wage bill are taken care of, because we are supposed to make lives of our people better, but that cannot happen if we are giving jobs and at the same time we delay in terms of making payment. We want money to circulate within the economy of Machakos County. So I support the report and agree with the committee recommendation that we adopt the report as it is. And once more, thank you to the committee. And also, Madam Speaker, I also want to appreciate you for your guidance that for after many months, the Committee on Budget and Appropriation was able to sit down and serve the people of Machakos. So we wish them best, and also to the new chairperson to the committee, Honorable Paul Wambua, member for Kibaoni, for the remaining part of the term. May you guide the committee so that we can overcome the challenges that we are facing in terms of budgeting process. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Maida.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and the Honorable Members. I just want to be very brief on this matter on the supplementary budget for the financial year 2025-2026, which has just come almost toward the tail end of the financial year. Madam Speaker, I stand here to second the report that has just been tabled by the Chairperson, Budget and Appropriations Committee this afternoon after a long period. Madam Speaker, I just want to make some key highlights that some of them have been touched by the Honorable Minority Leader, and wish to state the following. One, Madam Speaker, I said it here once and again before that quite a number of county CEOs or governors, if not many, or if not all in this country, seem not to understand what devolution came to do. Completely. They really don't seem to understand what are the principles of devolution as it is enshrined in the Constitution after the promulgation of the Constitution in 2010. And Madam Speaker, devolution was very simple. Devolution was very simple. And it was as simple as you consult the electorate in consultation with the elected leaders as per Article 1, subsection 2 and 3 of the Constitution, and then you do as they deserve. But what has come of devolution today has just become a get-rich-quick schemes for several executives who have no mercy for the electorate. Madam Speaker, as we sit here today, we are just 2 weeks to the end of the financial year. But the honorable members seated here, especially the elected, majority of them, if not all, because there are a few who have been beneficiaries of the system, can dare really show you a single project worth even 5 million shillings that have been taken in their wards. Yet we have a development budget here of about 4.5 billion shillings, which if you divide by 40, it translates to almost about 100 million shillings in every ward. So seated here, Madam Speaker, to discuss a document that has not brought any tangible or physical visible development in our wards, then it brings the fundamental question of what is the main prerogative of this assembly in terms of the budget making process. And that is where the oversight role comes in. And I want to urge the honorable members present, going forward, and in echoing the sentiments of the honorable minority leader, while we were still outside there, Madam Speaker, trying to digress and to come to a level playing ground on this budget, one honorable member said that it seems that we have opened our eyes. And I want to say we have opened our eyes far and wide. And it is not today. It has always been like that, only that the opportunity has never been there. The opportunity is now. We already have power. Madam Speaker, took on a power to ensure that the oversight role of this county assembly is undertaken in the right manner. And I want to say this, going forward in the next financial year, the pending budget which is about to be approved in the next 1 or 2, 3 weeks maximum, we have to do justice to the people of Machakos. Madam Speaker, the manner in which this county has an appetite for pending bills is quite alarming. We started with 2.9 billion. Right now we are heading to almost about 9 billion shillings, Madam Speaker. What is going to happen of the next government that is going to come, irrespective of who is going to be elected? Madam Speaker, we cannot be operating with a budget with the deficits of more than what we have for development budget. And the simple reason is total defiance of the executive to implement the motions, regulations, and the existing laws in this country. The PFM Act is very clear, 35%. We are at almost 60%. Madam Speaker, this appetite has to end. We have to make sure that things work as they work. The service providers in this country are dying and writhing in pain wherever they are because somebody somewhere is not decided to pay them. You are sitting in an office that was done by a contractor comfortably with all the facilities and everything. You can't pay that contractor. It is shameful. Madam Speaker, in the next financial year's budget, we must make sure that we give less than 10% in development expenditure and ensure that we cover up all those contractors and service providers who are listed as service providers for pending bills, Madam Speaker. We cannot let it go anymore. And Madam Speaker, I want to request of the Chair and the Committee of Budget, whenever we are going to pass the next financial year's budget, 2026, 2027, being our last budget, Madam Speaker, we ensure that we introduce a program or a section whereby that section is going to cover only pending bills, such that when we forward our resolutions to the control of budget, we have like about 5-6 billion shillings to the control of budget so that she can be able to facilitate those people who provided services to us so that we pay them and ensure that by the time we leave this assembly, whether we will come back or not, we must leave a legacy and ensure that at least the pending debts of this county must stand at less than 1 billion shillings. It has happened in Makueni, it has happened in Kitui, it is happening in other counties. Why can't it happen in Machakos County? We must tame this appetite. Finally, Madam Speaker, I want to thank the committee for standing firm. And I can tell you, going forward, things are not going to be the same. But we are going to do justice to the people of Machakos, as our prayer states. Our opening prayer, Madam Speaker, and I've always told these members, go read that prayer and see the power that it has conferred to you. And today these honorable members can attest that this assembly has powers because of the current stalemate. And we must continue doing that and doing justice to the people of Machakos. I support the report and urge of all the honorable members that we must do justice to the people of Machakos, irrespective of the number of noises, the number of public barazas that have been held to accuse and abuse this county assembly. We don't care, Madam Speaker, as far as we are doing justice to the people of Machakos County. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Maida. That's great. Honorable Ngunga, then Honorable Maike.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank the chairman, the new kid on the block, Honorable Paul Wambua, for having executed that 1 hour in such a good way. Madam Speaker, I want to thank the committee on budget and appropriation. I was invited this day, and I want to say, Madam Speaker, I want to thank my party for finding me good enough to sit in that committee. It's so enriching, Madam Speaker, that today it has been an eye-opener. And let me start by saying I want to support that report. But of course, say, Madam Speaker, I think if members you have been keen, this happens as a red flag. It's actually a red flag to say that in Machakos County, Madam Speaker, we have been living a lie. We have actually been living a big, big lie, and it's time that we step down from that lie and we started living the reality. The reality is that we have been projecting, and we have been over-projecting, and we have been over-talking, and we have been over-talking without the finance. Madam Speaker, today when I said in that committee, I realized that we are not able to do what we have been saying. The truth of the matter is that the committee has been very lenient as to accommodate the proposals of the executive in such a way that we are given the time, so that in a short while, they should be coming to us and explaining. Because as it is now, Madam Speaker, 10 days ago, on the 10th, the on-source revenue, what one Zangi calls ordinary, was only at 1.72 billion, and we had projected at 3.092, a target that we have not been able to meet. Madam Speaker, we want to ask that this House bears with the situation, but as we go forward, we are going to budget within what is achievable. This element of pending bills, Madam Speaker, it is actually a pity, because yesterday we were looking at the overview paper, the review paper, and the CPRO. Those of us who are keen would have noticed that by last year, 2025, our pending bills were standing at 5.5 billion. That is a year ago. Going by that rate, you realize that we could have easily accrued another 2 billion this year. That would be talking about an extra 7.5 billion. We are going to the third cycle. The last cycle of the last year. Assuming that at that rate we accrue another 2 billion, then, Madam Speaker, by the time we leave the assembly, we'll be talking about 10 billion. That means, even if we were given the equitable share of 10 billion and we decided not to pay salaries, not to do anything, we'll not even be able to meet our obligations with our suppliers. This is dangerous, and that's why I'm saying we have been living a lie. It is high time, Madam Speaker, and the hours are woke up. We keep on blaming the executive, Madam Speaker. Let me tell you, it is not the executive to blame. It is ourselves to blame. We are the people that the executive proposes the budgets to, and we are the people that pass these budgets here. So then, I want us to look at ourselves and say, are we being real to ourselves? Because the executive, of course, would want to have their way. But we have always been the ones that have been giving their way. Madam Speaker, as a committee, we do not want to stand on anybody's way, but we just want to stand by the side of the truth. And the truth, as we were in Mombasa, somebody said, figures don't lie. We are not going to be members, people of letters. We are going to be committee of numbers in the budget committee. I want to appreciate the new chairman, who seems to have a background in banking, seems to have a background in accounting. He's going to be very handy as we go forward. Madam Speaker, we don't want to be seen as if we are trying to obstruct anything. We want the government programs to run as if they're in a seamless way. But as they do that, we are not going to compromise our oversight role, Madam Speaker. And the fact of the matter is, we cannot be used to sanitize figures. Madam Speaker, somebody has just called me today that if you want to have a reasonable development vis-a-vis O&M, just play with the numerator and denominator. Somebody knows that. When you have a numerator that is low and a denominator that is big, then you are going to get a small percentage, a reasonable percentage. So when we are given 4.1 billion as a projected O&M, it means what is required here is that we want to have something like that 1% of the relationship between development and operational cost, which is not the case. We are at 1.72. If you do with that math, you realize that we are in 61% relationship between development and recurrent. Now, Madam Speaker, if we are to work again with 1.72, the actual, then you realize that we have been living a life members of this assembly. So the truth of the matter is that let us awaken, let us keep the executive not on check. Let us awaken them, and let us also be real. Because at the end of the day, the service providers that we are cheating are our brothers, are the people that are elected to this assembly. They are the ones that are suffering. So if we continue giving an opening where this expenditure is going to go, Madam Speaker, at the end of the day, we are going to, we are actually trying to, we are making a hole. And eventually we shall go into a what is it called? Bottomless pit that nobody will be able to, the assembly and the executive. All of us to ajichimbia shimo, Madam Speaker. Thank you and I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Maeke.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want first to start by congratulating the committee for their quick working and giving us this budget, which all of us were waiting with a lot of anticipatory. And Madam Speaker, I think as we congratulate them and also talk to them, I think they should give us now solutions. This is the 4th year, them singing the same song about the wench bill being high. And they had an opportunity of making the wench bill go down. Because the easiest way of making the wench bill go down is failing to give those monies which are required. The moment you avail money to the executive, which seems to be loose and available for use, it means they are going to employ people haphazardly. And Madam Speaker, it is also high time. We cannot be running a budget of 51 point something, and we have a labor committee which should be telling us why is it that we have a lot of county employees. And Madam Speaker, what is it that there are a lot of people who are employed in people's homes, just like the electricity bills. And Madam Speaker, very soon I'll be bringing, if the committee is not going to be working, I'll be bringing list of people I know who are paid by the county, but they don't appear in job, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is high time the Committee of Labor answers that big question. Why is it that we have overemployment? Madam Speaker, the same committee watched us here when people were being transferred and the employment were being put of newspapers, of new ward admins. Madam Speaker, the position of ward admin is not a small position. It is a high position. And a position of I have several people from my ward and from other wards here, Madam Speaker, who were transferred from a position of a sub-county admin. You are taken just to go and sit and cook tea in a certain office, Madam Speaker. And you have degree. And you are being paid. Madam Speaker, those works, that is one of the big reasons we are having.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
And Madam Speaker, point of
yes, order, Madam Speaker.
Protection is required here. Yes. So, Madam Speaker, as I continue, as I was saying before that interruption, it is okay.
Let him just say.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for considering my point of order. Madam Speaker, I think the Honorable
itself.
So,
the order that you are relying on.
Okay, point of study order number 37. Madam Speaker.
What does it say?
Sorry, 87. 87. Sorry, Madam Speaker. 87.
Okay, which order is it?
87, Madam Speaker.
87.
It's 87, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm raising on a point of order and study order number 87. Madam Speaker, the honorable member on the floor, the agenda on the floor is on the supplementary budget. It is not on about a labor committee, a report on labor committee, Madam Speaker. The honorable member is talking about employees who have been transferred, the amount of salaries being paid to those employees and such kind of things. And I am a member of the labor committee, Madam Speaker, and our able chairman, Honorable Mwanga from Masinga. And I know as a committee we are able to handle matters of labor and employment at that committee, Madam Speaker. So can the honorable member Maeke be restrained from engaging on matters of labor rather than the business on the table, Madam Speaker? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And thank you, Mheshimiwa from Katangi. Thank you for, but I want also to...
Let me
thank you.
Reply to that matter. The section, there's the order, Honorable Katangi, or you have quoted, is talking about the member to elaborate on some statement. It is not on facts. It's not about what you're trying to say that it cannot be discussed. A matter cannot be discussed. It's about a member. In other words, it's the responsibility of a member to clarify some facts that he has said. But I don't think what Honorable Maeke is saying requires any elaboration or any clarification. In that case, I allow Honorable Maeke to proceed.
Thank you. Unless the honorable member was on TikTok, I had started by saying that, Madam Speaker, I had started by saying that the wage bill. When we talk about wage bill, honorable member, we are talking about the money which is paid to the workers. And this money is usually computed by the number of employees. So increasing the number of employees and transferring them increases the wage bill. That formed the basis of my argument. Madam Speaker, as I continue, I'm saying there is a need for that able committee with their able chair to work out so that we may stop making a lot of complaining and talking very much. We can't keep complaining for 5 years. We started in the first year, second year, third year. Now this is the 5th year. And we are even giving them supplementary on those bases. So that now as we make our budget, one key indicator of the development, whether somebody is going to be paid or not paid, will be we focus on what is there and we remain with what is allowable by we cannot pass a good budget which is not meeting the legal requirements. We cannot pass a good budget in our eyes, but it is not meeting the thresholds and the advisors of the CPROP, advisors of the control of budget, advisors of members. And Madam Speaker, I think we've done these debates before. And like, for example, today we've done these debates. And some members are keeping quiet here. I'm not a prophet, but I know tomorrow they are going to say we failed to pass the budget. Madam Speaker, there is a need for the protection of this sacred and solemn house. Because we've had members go to the outside there and they make a lot of noise, and today they are not contributing, and I can see them. They are very quiet, but tomorrow you'll find them clapping and following the executive, and the same members trying to say that these people never gave the budget. We need proper interpretation. We've we've done what we are supposed to do. So, Madam Speaker, can you put a precaution that once we speak about matters here, if somebody is not satisfied, they talk here. Just like the other week, we spoke about many things, but we saw people on campaign trail, and they were painting us badly, and they were saying we have refused to pass Wikwatio Fund and many other things. Today, we are here discussing about the budget, and we need the protection of the speaker before these people here. I can see them smiling, and the way they are smiling, it is not in order, Madam Speaker. We want also them to talk. We want the DS to talk about this. We want members to talk. We want people to talk, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much. We cannot.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker. Point of information. Information, the House. Allow me to give the information, Honorable Speaker.
You cannot proceed when the member has already finished, because it's already finished.
You leave me outside.
More contribution, Honorable Brian Kisila. Before Honorable Brian Kisila starts talking, I want to say something about those utterances. Sorry, those utterances that members go out there to make in podiums, in places of gathering, where there are gatherings concerning this assembly. And it is something I actually talked to the House Business Committee yesterday. Members of the House Business Committee, I said that from yesterday onwards, if I get a clip where a member is talking about this assembly, especially criticizing some committee, like some members went to criticize the House Business Committee, saying it is diverting, it is not doing this, it's not doing the other. I'm going to take that as misconduct, and I'll invoke the provisions of the law. I'll not do anything like I am fighting with my fists. And that is what I said yesterday. I'll just use the law to give you 6 months suspension. We are going back to the suspension. If I get a clip, a member of this assembly talking outside there about this assembly, like you are criticizing and giving a bad name, an image, or a bad image of this assembly where you work, that is what I'll take it as misconduct, and I will invoke the provisions of the law, and I will suspend you. So be warned and advised accordingly. Let's proceed. Honorable Brian.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And that is the order of the Speaker. Now, Madam Speaker, I want to stand here to contribute. First of all, I want to thank and congratulate my brother, Honorable Don, for being elected as a chairman budget. For the first time, the chairmanship is coming to Mwala. So we are taking a very high level position to Mwala, and I can see in the social media, we are celebrating big time. Honorable Don is a very respectable member, and is very qualified to take that position. Number two, Madam Speaker, I want to talk about 2 points. One is about pending bills. Before I talk about pending bills, I want to say we have 419 days. 419 days remaining. And that is a lot of time. A lot of people think it's a very short time. But that is a lot of time if we go by the direction being set by the Budget Committee. If we can do what is right within those 419 days, the executive will actually do what is right. We passed a motion about no more recruitment. We passed a motion about high wage bill. But it's very sad, Madam Speaker, that every day new people are being employed. As a chairman of DU, I understand there are village councils being employed. You continue employing village councils and you have got no money. You busted the budget and you want to continue employing more people. I want to put it very clear, Madam Speaker, that as a chair of decentralized units, when they were employing these people, they didn't know that the approval must come through this assembly. We will not approve. I want to make it very clear. We will not approve any more recruitment, and anybody thinking that this assembly is just a talking shop is in for a very rude shock. Wage bill must come down. People who are already employed, they must be employed and deployed in the right position. There are a lot of people who are employed and they're just idle. And we continue to employ. We will not use employment as a political witch hunt, a political tool to continue propagating your agenda on the ground at the expense of the people of Machakos. Number two, on the issue of pending bills. Madam Speaker, we need to be very candid on this. Within those 419 days, we must ensure that those people who have worked for Machakos, and we are going across opening buildings and projects which have been done by Kenyans, and especially Machakos people, proudly saying and putting our very big portraits on them, yet we don't pay our people. Madam Speaker, we want to make it very categorical here that we will not pass additional budgets until those people are paid. And come this new financial year, we are like-minded people, we are going to go out and we will ask anybody who has a pending bill to come forward to this assembly and present it here so that we can enable them to be paid. There is also a very good provision, and I'm very happy that Chairman Finance is here. There is a request which is coming from all chief officers in all departments. And I want the budget committee to look at this. We have been putting pending bills under finance. And that has been a weapon. That has been a weapon to punish our people and also to punish chief officers. Madam Speaker, we want to put all the monies in departments so that every department can be able to handle their pending bills. Not a finance department sitting down, coming up who is to be paid and who is not to be paid. I am also privy to information that even some people here have gotten contracts this financial year and they have been paid when people who have worked about 4 years ago have not been paid. Where they are getting money to pay people who are working now and they never are not paying people who worked 4 years ago. That is a sin. It is a sin, it's a curse. So we are going to be very candid. Let it go to the world that this assembly has changed. And we have been baptized to do the right thing. And we have got these days to do those. We have got 419 days to do what is right. Lastly, Madam Speaker, the issue of automation and the issue of own source revenue. And Chairman Finance is here, my respectable brother, Mheshimiwa Mudonua. Now, he came here and he told us that we are going to automate finance. after we automate finance, we are going to collect 4 billion shillings. Is here, is here. He told us that very well. And we gave you money to automate systems. A lot of money, isn't it? Can you remember? 100 million to automate systems so that we can collect revenue. Yes. Now, what has happened? We have only collected 1.9 billion up to now. That's what we have been told. Against a projection of 4 billion. So the question is, where is this money going? Is it that we are not collecting, or we have found a conduit where we are actually channeling that money? Because I can't see how, in the second assembly, my finance chairman was Mheshimiwa DS, and I was in that finance committee with Mheshimiwa Helen. Mheshimiwa Helen, Deti, Mheshimiwa DS, we were members of that committee. We left it at 2.6 billion.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Okay, we left it just around 2 billion.
Point of information, Madam Speaker, I was the chair.
Okay, but
I think I can correct the member.
You can correct me.
Just allow me, Madam Speaker, just give him the correct figures. The highest that we went was 1.65 billion, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
My senior, my chairman, I stand corrected. 1.6 is not very far from 1.9. So we are where we were 5 years ago, without a system of 100 million.
Point of information,
Now,
Madam Speaker.
Just
on figures. Although I just helped them. They not remember. Madam Speaker, honestly, sometimes when we see us quiet, it's because I'm also being worried. The documents that we are holding right now talks of on-source revenue of 3.3 billion. I don't know where we are getting all these figures from. It is so unfortunate, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
We don't have those documents, do we?
The report that was just read by the chair. I know it's there.
Mheshimiwa DS, you are just, you are in a lot of pain to explain this, because if we are at 1.9 billion now, and we're projecting 3 billion within 2 weeks, what a miracle.
Honorable Member, I'm saying already 3.3 billion is what has been, is the on-source revenue as we speak now. It's on your records. Just go and read.
It is, don't take hospital collection as part of your revenue. Of course, you can't be. When we were doing 1.6 billion, Mheshimiwa DS, we were not charging people in hospitals. And there was no share. So you are not likes and likes. You are bragging here, you're collecting money, and you are busy charging our people in hospitals and using SHA. Of course, that is, you are not comparing likes and likes. So now even before, yes.
Maybe Mheshimiwa Brian, for the purpose of enriching your debate, maybe for the purpose of enriching his debate, it is worth noting that the projected 4.1 billion is not part of the health stream. That is away from grants. That is away from that. It is 4 point, and you agree with you, DS. So when you are talking about 4.1, we are not talking, that is already away from the health stream and all that. And that is why we are saying we have been able to collect only 1.72 billion from ordinary source. And that's what you have collected. We are projected 3.02, and we are projecting 4. So Mheshimiwa Brian is right. He's very right.
Swahili husema mjinga akierevuka mwerevu huwa taabani. Allow me to continue, because that debate we can continue until tomorrow. Also, we cannot brag that we are connecting wrong source revenue. We put an automation system and we are not seeing that revenue. So it's a high time, ladies and gentlemen, we own up the process and say we are failing.
There's a letter that was written by the CCM Finance, talking about the on-source revenue. Is it the one we are talking about here? That projection. Is it the projected members you're talking about? the projected increase in ordinary own source revenue, OSR, from 3.9 billion to 4.1 billion. Is it the one we are talking about? So, she is trying to explain how she is going to achieve this, which us as an assembly, through the budget committee, we said it is not achievable. So she's saying that that projection is informed by the county government's ongoing revenue enhancement measures aimed at strengthening revenue collection and administration. These interventions have contributed to a consistent upward trend in revenue performance over the period between 2022 to 2026. But we are not seeing any measures that have been taken. Automation has been used, there is no change. So it is not possible for that projection to be achieved in 2 weeks. That's what we say.
Madam Speaker, point of information.
Proceed.
Madam Speaker, this morning we had an interactive session as members of this House. And the members of Budget Committee told us that by 10th of this month, the total collection was about 1.7 something, billion. And that is by 10th of June. Now, Madam Speaker, one wonders how in the next 3 weeks, 2 weeks, no, counting from, yes, it is counting from 10th, it is 2 weeks. How will they manage to collect the remainder of 3.1 something minus 1.7? It is impossible.
So that
it is impossible, Madam Speaker.
Impossible. Honorable Brian Kisila, proceed. It's impossible.
It is impossible, and let's not go to numbers for the sake of it. So we need to have a very honest conversation and agree that we have a very serious revenue leakages in this county, because it is not that money is not being collected. If you go to our wards, money is being collected. If you go to the quarries, money is being collected every day. So the bigger question is, where is this money going? Why are we only capturing 1.9 billion? Why is the system not working? And those are the questions we are going to be asking, questions here. My last point, Madam Speaker, is on FIF. My chairman health is here, and members of the health committee are here. We pass FIF for the county so that they can actually be collecting money from the hospitals. This assembly also passed procedures on how that money can be used. As a health committee, we have been requesting documents and statements on how that money is being used, and we have not received any information from the executive on usage of this money. So, Madam Speaker, I want your indulgence in the assembly so that we can start now looking at these revenues coming in and how they are being used. Because we were not just passing a law to become a conduit for corruption. We cannot allow that to happen, because this money is being paid by our people. We are also not seeing a very remarkable developments on using this money. And we say they must follow the PFM Act when they are withdrawing this money. So my contribution is, as we continue,
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to inform my colleague, Honorable Kisila. The reason as to why you can never and you might not get that information that you are seeking about the FIF is simple. The boards were put in place without following the procedures. This assembly was supposed to have vetted and approved the appointment of the same boards. So how do you expect the same boards that were appointed through backdoor to give you a substantive report? You need to be informed.
I hear you. But the part accounting officer is the chief officer in CECM. And when we gave this money, we have been sitting with them, asking for that statement. And Madam Speaker will be bringing a statement here into this floor of the House, seeking a very detailed analysis on how that money is being used, where it has been used, and of the balances of how it's being used. Where is the money being held? Shockingly, the money is being held in a family bank. How it's being withdrawn, no one can actually elaborate and explain. So what am I saying? It has come a time where we do what is right. And let nobody start thinking that our time is up. We have enough time to cause some very serious damage and pain to those who are not willing.
Point of information, Madam
this.
Speaker. Allow me. Madam Speaker, I want to inform the honorable member that the accounts which were in Family Bank were closed and they opened and all moved to an Indian bank. And that is why the Family Bank stopped sponsoring the kids they were sponsoring. Thank you.
Are you saying they opened a bank in India? Because those Indian
So, Madam Speaker, it is an Indian bank here in Kenya.
It is not proper to address the Indians, they are Kenyans, in that manner. It's not right. Okay? Yeah. Proceed.
Speaker, in the spirit of national integration and cohesion, I think it's in order for the honorable member to withdraw that, and if he wants to inform the House, he can give the exact details of the bank, because we don't have a bank by the name Indian Bank in this country. We have banks by names, and I know he means well, but he needs to go and research so that he can give us the right information, because the statement can be interpreted to mean something else. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I'm sorry, but given time I can table the evidence next week. Thank you.
Oh, Honorable Motie.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. In the law of the FIF Act, there was no designation of which bank that account should be held. So it is improper for any member to suggest that for a government to have an account in a different bank, it is illegal. For the member to suggest that the account was closed, where was the account before? And yet the Act is the one that established the account.
The account was in Family Bank, and as we speak, it is the Middle East Bank. Thank you.
With your permission, let me just allow members to go.
Let me first of all engage Honorable Motie. You know, when there is that law, that an act of parliament that has been passed for something, there are regulations that operationalize that act. So perhaps that is domiciled in the regulations.
Nope. We do not have any such provisions in the Act, neither in the regulations, if there are. What we have is that each entity, in other words, FIF designated each health facility to be an accounting entity. And that entity was supposed to have an individual account. Now, if there were accounts in Family Bank, the honorable member should be able to say, the hospital in Kangonde, which account did it have in Family Bank? This is important for us to know, that it is the Act that now gave the authority to have accounts for each facility. They were not there in the beginning. And if they were there in the beginning, they were based on which act? And yet it is the act that
So
gave
is
birth.
opening the account a problem? Is it denied?
The accounts have not yet been operationalized. What I know and what we have received as a committee is that the hospitals are opening accounts, and what we have requested, just as the honorable member has said, is how those monies are being utilized. That is a message that has not yet landed at the committee, but it is improper to suggest that there were accounts at Family Bank, and yet it is the act that gave birth to the authority to... I am on the floor. It is the act that established the authority now to open bank accounts. They were not in existence.
So I'm trying to establish what the problem is, because I'm saying, is it wrong to open the bank accounts?
No, it is not wrong. It is not even wrong to close one.
So what is the issue now?
The issue is the member to suggest that accounts were closed and opened in another bank. There is no crime in closing a bank account in a certain bank and opening them in another bank. There is no crime, and you know that.
The crime is...
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
The crime is how the money has been spent. That is a crime.
No, the crime will only be proved if the report is seized by the committee. As at now, we are not seized with any matter of misappropriation in regards to that amount.
Point of information.
Okay. Proceed.
Speaker, no, sometimes the chair speaks very good English, and if you are not very keen, he can mislead you. Madam Speaker, PFM Section 119 of PFM Act 2012, it's very clear on how counties can open and operate bank accounts, and also the central bank regulations regulates on which bank counties or even the national government can operate accounts. I think it is tier 1 banks, so it is not any bank. So what the chair is trying to allude, it is not, you cannot just open account in any. There are regulations set by the Central Bank of Kenya, and also Section 119 provides that guideline. So yes, you can open in any bank, but there are some banks which the regulation bars the county government from operating accounts with.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to clear this out. He who claims proves. It is a matter of the member to prove that that account, or rather that bank, does not belong to that tier that he is claiming.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
The point is,
Middle East Bank is not a tier 1 bank as per the listing that have been provided by the Central Bank of Kenya. It is not among them. So it is not about whether I want to challenge him. He's a scholar, so go and do some research. An engineer and an honorable member of your stature, that is a simple information that is within the public domain. So it is true, Middle East Bank is not a tier 1 bank under the central bank listing. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable member. Honorable Kisila, please finish your submissions.
Yes,
please.
I am finishing by saying that issue of the bank is not the issue here. Issue is the request by the Committee on the Utilization. And my able chairman has actually alluded to that fact. And we are collecting a lot of money. Is how the money is being utilized and how the money is being procured. So my issue is, as we move forward, we are going to bring issues here which are very sensitive, and we would like the executive to start realizing that nothing will just pass as normal in this assembly. So on that issue, this assembly passed the act. It gave them a day to collect the money. It never gave them money, just use them anyhowly. So through you, Madam Speaker, we are going to demand how that money is being utilized. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
That is your right to demand to be told how the money is used, because that is oversight, isn't it? Yeah, let's proceed. There are many members who have not spoken.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker. Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Ndao.
We are breaching the protocols and procedures of this House. One member is speaking more than 10 minutes as if is the owner of the motion. Again, Honorable Speaker, one member is speaking 2 times or 3 times in the same motion, which is against our standing orders. Every member has a right to speak. So I would propose that you direct that each member speaks for 2 minutes so that we can get time, all of us, to contribute on this number motion. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You did not hear me deny Honorable Maitha an opportunity. Were you in this
Honorable Chair?
Chambers?
Yes, Honorable Chair. Apart from Maitha, other members have spoken twice. Yes.
I'm barring it. I've
yes.
started barring it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Which order, Honorable Minority? Which order?
Madam Speaker, I'm standing on point of order number 93 on limitation of debate time. Madam Speaker, we have a lot ahead of us, and if we allow every single member to contribute for more than 10 to 20 minutes, we might not be able to finish. So, Madam Speaker, on the same standing order, we request that you give a directive on the time that an individual member can contribute. And also, as I see it, on the issue raised by the Honorable Member, is a ranking member and he should understand point of information and debate time are 2 different things. The members who have spoken were on point of information, and it is not normally limited, Honorable Ndao. Thank you.
Honorable members, I think we really don't have a lot of time to continue debating as if we have a lot of time. But there are members of this House that I cannot leave without giving them an opportunity. And one such member is the DS and the Majority Leader. Are we in agreement, members? Yes. Okay. Proceed, DS.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. You know, the debate here is very interesting. You find one member castigating the other one when he already is making a mistake. You know, Honorable Kavyo was castigating Honorable Ndawa when he himself was standing on a standing order, and there was no member standing, or there was no any member on the floor, and that has been the nature of this House. But I mean, it's okay. Just on a light note, I think we should proceed very fast. It's already 5:45, and we still have a lot of business ahead of us. 4:45. Some minutes to 5, honorable members, and that tells us that we need to maybe to move fast if at all we are going to finish with the business today. Madam Speaker, I was not to speak, but until one member, one Honorable Mike, said that the DS should say something. And and you know, the problem here has been when you don't speak, they will talk. When you speak from outside, they will tell you to speak from inside. And when you speak from inside again, you find it's another problem. Just the way I am, I'm already expecting so many point of orders and information probably. But I hope, Madam Speaker, you will protect me from that, Madam Speaker. I'll just be very brief, Madam Speaker, and One thing, I'm a member of Budget Committee, and I believe whatever we've done as a committee, I'm supporting. As a member of that committee, I'm supporting this report. But sometimes, Waswahili husema mgala muwe na haki umpe. Madam Speaker, from what I'm seeing, or what we have, is that we are approving a supplementary budget that has on-source revenue of 3.3 billion. But the request was far much above, and that's why as a committee we had to reduce from what the executive had requested. To be precise, they had requested around 5.7 billion. That is the fact. And the figures we said don't lie. The fact is the request was of around 5.7 billion, and we've reduced it the same to around 4.something billion. That is the fact. So as we even castigate them, we can applaud saying them that they've tried. At least we have hit the 3.3 billion up from 1.something billion. Madam Speaker, I'm saying so because I've had some members talk about the FIF and hospital revenue, but let's all agree that it's a revenue. Sometimes, if the money we are waiting from SHA, for example, I'm just being very brief and fast. Money we are anticipating or expecting to claim from the national government is money from patients who have already been treated in our hospitals. So that forms part of the revenue or on-source revenue that the county expects. So let's agree that it's at 1.3 billion. Then two, on the issue of FIF, Madam Speaker, this House passed FIF sometimes this year. And when we were passing the budget, that is last year, June, the FIF was not in place. And that's why now, when you check on this published supplement, you will realize money for FIF have been allocated for all the facilities in Machakos County. You will find very good figures of amount of monies that is supposed to go to those levels. We also do not have boards, and now we have them in place. I believe that's why this has been put. So, Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I don't want to take long because of time. I do support the report.
Thank you very much, Honorable DS. Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think I am going to be on the contrary opinion. First of all, I have to acknowledge, Madam Speaker, I'm a member of the Budget Committee. And the reason why I did not sign the report, even though the majority signed, is because you asked, Madam Speaker, permission. Oh. The reason why I did not sign the report is because, in my considered opinion, Madam Speaker, it is the wearer of the shoe that feels the pinch. Now that the government has proposed a surge of on-source revenue from 3.09 billion to 4.1 billion, is because the financial shoe they are wearing as of now is pinching them. Where it's pinching them is for them to tell us. Because, of course, I'm not an accounting officer in any of the department. So my proposal would be, and I still stand there, that I'm persuaded that since they are the one requesting for additional 1.1 billion from on-source revenue, that it would be proper for this House to give them, but also hold them into account as to where are you going to get this money from. Madam Speaker.
I even want to interject personally.
Madam Speaker.
As the Speaker now, because you know why.
Madam Speaker, I ask for your protection.
Yeah.
I ask for your protection.
I'm going to protect you, but I'm going to protect you, even myself interjecting. And you know why I'm interjecting, Honorable Majority Leader? It is because the point you are trying to raise, personally, as the Speaker of this County Assembly, I inquired from CECM Finance, how are you going to raise this money? And she was not able to explain. That is the basis of the budget committee looking at the response. Am I right, budget committee? Honorable majority, you are there in that budget committee. That explanation was not adequate. And you know the law surrounding the PFM Act, what it says concerning any projection should be, in additional, in a supplementary budget, should be accompanied by evidence on how you are going to achieve it. She did not do it. So how is this house going to help that person? How is this house going to help the CCM Finance? So that's how that amount was arrived. Continue, but you're not going to be able to convince otherwise.
Madam Chair,
Okay,
Madam
proceed.
Chair,
I
Madam
protect
Speaker,
you. I'm protecting you from
Please protect me. I know they smelt blood. I know the honourable members have smelled blood, and I have very little of it.
Let your big brother say what he wants to say.
Exactly.
And in peace.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I started saying by acknowledging that I'm a member of the budget committee.
Yeah.
And we have had this back and forth with the executive. And I feel the members and also the budget committee when they say they did not have an adequate response. That is for sure, that as to where they are going to collect the 1.1 billion, they did not have an adequate response. But what I'm asking myself, what damage in terms of government operations are we anticipating if they do not have adequate supplementary budget? Because for sure, you only supplement because of an existing need. There has to be an existing need. I know there are members of this house who are arguing that that money has already been spent. It might be true, but you see, if you spend money that you do not have, so you go looking for it so that you can come and ulipe madeni. That is my argument. I have adequate information that the 1.1 billion is potentially money to cover for salaries because the national government, in its own wisdom, increased salaries for county government officers. That is one thing we need to consider. Number two, the government has had several CBAs with various cadres of staff, nurses, doctors, employees of the defunct former local government authorities. And once they sign this collective bargaining agreement, of course it has some financial implications. And if we have to look at it in the whole, even at a personal level, based on so many factors at play, even at a personal level, Madam Speaker, the budget you at a personal level you projected to spend by this financial, by June of 30th, because of different factors, including the prices of petrol, it has changed. Yes, it has changed so many things. That is the truth. So I am asking, because Madam Speaker, you keep telling us this is a house of procedure and persuasion. And persuasion. So I'm persuading. Yes, that is what the Speaker says. I'm persuading my colleagues. I am persuading my colleagues in this house to consider that even as we want to approve this report, that we consider some of these humane. We make our supplementary budget a little bit humane. Madam Speaker, a little bit humane. Don't influence. No. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker promised to protect me. Number two. And the last point. Number two and the last one. And the last one, Madam Speaker.
Finish the last one.
Madam Speaker has ruled. You will come and have your say.
Majority always carry the day.
Yes.
Majority.
The minority have the say and the majority have their way. So allow me to
one
finish.
Individual. In terms of numbers.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, this is now becoming a marketplace. Madam
Speaker, the minority leader is standing and you have not given him authority. I will not speak forever. And I'm persuading.
I would like you to abandon that line of thought. The one of trying to persuade members to shoot down the motion.
No, I am not. I have not.
Then abandon that line, because you have already made a ruling that the CCM Finance was unable to explain.
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, I have not.
Decision.
I have not. And I want to be quoted.
Abandon the school of thought you are trying to. Yes.
Madam Speaker, I want to be heard. And you know, I'm not going to speak, forever. And I'm saying, nowhere in my submission have I said that this report should not see the light of the day. What I'm proposing is the amendment. I have not said the report should not. That is only what I'm proposing. That even
point of information granted.
Is my senior brother, and I didn't want to interject him, but I also want to inform him the plea that he's making. You only make an amendment to a bill or a motion before. This is not the right place to move that amendment. So it is either he supports the report where it is, or he rejects. And also he's saying he didn't sign. There is a precedence when some members of the appointment committee disagreed with the committee report. We brought a minority's report. Is it available in the house? Because he's my senior, but most people across the county are following this debate. Lastly, Madam Speaker, oversight can be pre or post. So, oversight, what we are doing is part of the oversight. You can oversight before you give the money, because you are deliberate seeing what is being proposed doesn't add up. So you can provide that oversight before, and even post after you have allocated the budget, you follow up and ensure prudence. So I didn't intend to interrupt the majority leader, but it's also good if we do things procedurally. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
This is the ruling. That Honorable Majority Leader, I feel this is the wrong time to plead with members to make an amendment. That should have happened earlier. So I pray that you abandon your line of argument and go to your second point.
And you allow me to contribute. I have not contributed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I did not at any point, and I want this to be unanswered, say that we reject the report.
Amendment is what
yes,
you have
yes,
said. And I've
yes.
made a ruling on it.
Yes, you have made a ruling on it. I just wanted that to be clear. And we are now,
proceed to
the
your
next,
point.
my next point
Yeah.
is actually, and I want a clarification. Is revenue from hospitals considered part and parcel of the collective revenue of the county? And I think, again, in my considered opinion, it is revenue for the county. So when we are debating for or against, let's bear in mind that even the control of budget and the Auditor General, when they are reporting, they never abandon and say hospital levies are not part of the revenue. So I want to submit that up until 10th June, the executive side of the government had collected 3.3 billion, which ordinary revenue is 1.72 million, and hospital charges levies are 1.6, and then the total becomes 3.3. So we may want to argue, but hospital levies are part and parcel of the county revenue, and in any appropriation, that money can only be appropriated through this house. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Thank you very much. Honorable Ndawa and Honorable Johanna. Honorable Mbula.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, now we take the shortest time possible.
Thank you. And I'm requesting that I don't be informed anything. I'll be very brief and stick to the point. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I will start by applauding our most able chair, the new chair from Mwala, together with the committee members for banning midnight oil to ensure that we have this report ready by today. I will start by saying I support the report. Number 2, Honorable Speaker, I want to say from my economics teacher, revenue is any money that comes to an individual, to a group of people, to an institution, or to state. That is what we call revenue. Regardless of what it's coming to do, that is revenue. So, Honorable Speaker, I'm making a special request or application. A budget has several steps. And this is part of one of the steps we are doing. We are going to the other step of Committee of the Whole House. And I'm very sure during the Committee of the Whole House, you are Honorable Speaker. You are not going to be the person, you are not going to sit on that chair. Somebody else will be presiding over. I'm requesting that you make a determination when it comes to issue of R001 up to R0, the last R. And when it comes to D001 to the last D, I'm requesting when we say R001, we don't rush to say ayes or nays. We go back and see what it says. Nowadays, we are not going to be approving things blindly. When it comes to that, let us not be in a hurry. I know time is of essence, but we cannot work errantly and make mistakes. I'm requesting you make a determination that we take that route. Every R, we go to it, we check, then we vote. Every D, we go to it, we see it, we get to understand it, then we vote. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. That is the end of my submission.
Honorable Joanna.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to support this report and also congratulate the new chair for the good work and good start. Madam Speaker, I will also be very brief as I support this report. Madam Speaker, I am happy with this house because we are doing our work. And Madam Speaker, from yesterday's discussion on CPROP, we were able to see the performance of the various departments, and that is why we are saying, even as we approve this supplementary budget, we are supposed to be very keen to ensure that one, we don't continue piling up pending bills, and that is why when we talk of the on-source revenue, I was looking at the county resource envelope, Madam Speaker, and I can see it is clearly indicated that on-source revenue is 3 billion. Equitable share, I can see hospital revenues is captured as a different item because it cannot be lumped up with the other monies in the name of on-source revenue to be used across either development. As per the document which we passed to guide on the health or the use of the FIF, all the funds are supposed to be used within the facilities, and therefore it cannot form part of the on-source revenue, and that is why we are saying as we allocate funds, Madam Speaker, we are guiding, we are not really fighting the executive, we are guiding them, and that is why, Madam Speaker, when we call them here to come and defend their budgets, we are doing it in good faith. I have seen our budgets capture funds allocated for citizen engagement. We are the representatives of the citizens. And when we give that as a priority to just go out and in the name of citizen engagement dish out funds, when we ignore engagement of these members in the committees, I think that is a mixed, that is really missing on the point, and that is why when we fail to engage in such platforms, when the document comes here for approval and we make our amendments, sometimes it is seen as if we are really going against the executive. And again, also addressing the county residents from here to give a picture that we are denying them funds to cater for the CBS. We are denying them funds maybe also to maybe employ or maybe give funds in terms of whatever is meant to cater for promotions of our citizens. That is wrong. We are saying we must know where that money comes from, whether we have the money to cater for such, and again, we must be able to allocate funds where really they can properly be used for. And that is why we are here, to ensure that we give financial prudence. So, Madam Speaker, I want to support this report and ask that, as Honorable Ondawa has said, we be very keen. We have been passing reports here to say ayes have it and nays have it without really going through each and every item. So I support that we be very keen so that when a budget passes, we feel we are part of each and every item which was captured in that report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. At this point, may I invite the mover, Honorable Mbula. I'm sorry. Honorable Mbula, please. It's your time.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Then Honorable Anastasia. Proceed.
I want to support this bill, and I want to congratulate the chairman with his committee. They've really done a good job. However, I was not able to read the paper, but because of the small letters, but I got what he said, all of it, and I think it's a good work. He spoke very good English, but too fast for some of us to follow. Maybe, Chairman, next time you go slowly, and then we can follow. Honorable Speaker, I think you read my mind at some stage, because you said what happens here should not go outside. It is very sad that even now, as we sit here, Madam Speaker, you see people straight on phone, always on phone, forwarding information outside here. And when you start walking out, you meet somebody there and asks you, oh, why did you do this? Why are you not together? And you wonder, when? You've just walked out, you have not seen this person, but sincerely, somebody is taxing. And that is
Honorable Chair, that's not parliamentary.
Well, I am on because Honorable Speaker touched it, and somebody said it should not be done. I'm sure we are doing about this whatever we are doing here, but some of these things we should train ourselves to live without negativity. You wake up in the morning, you get into your phone, and you find people talking about evil people here, and you ask yourself, if we are all evil here, who are you reporting? You're also evil. Anyway, Honorable Speaker, as we move on, I have no many words other than a question on pending bills. These pending bills, we've talked about them for years and years. And I ask myself, today I've heard many members say there is overemployment, that's why we cannot pay pending bills. And I am also wondering, this overemployment, I have no single person from my village who's been employed. So I keep wondering, who are they? And if they are their ghost workers, can we cut them out and we pay these pending bills? Ask yourself, put yourself into the people's shoes. You supplied 3 years ago, you borrowed money to buy food to supply to our hospitals. Up to 3 years, it was not being paid. and the bank is taking interest from you, what are you supposed to do? Kindly, honorable members, even if it means some people to go home and we pay those who supplied before, can we consider that? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mbula. Honorable Anastasia, then Honorable Katiti, and we end it there. Okay?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am of a very different opinion. I was seated here, I followed the budget, supplementary budget, and I was asking myself questions, especially on the revenue. This revenue, if it has gone down with 1 billion shillings, I was asking myself, will it not affect the expenditure which includes salaries for the workers? And the Committee on Budget, they must have looked on so many things before they came up with this. So what I plea with the Committee on Budget, they could have passed the revenue the way it was brought to them because of the expenditure of the salaries. That's my take, Madam Speaker.
Let me answer you. Don't sit down. Why the wage bill, why there is a problem of payment, maybe to the workers who have been employed, is because the wage bill is very high. The wage bill, the set threshold is 35%. And at the moment we are at 51%, 61%, and we are still employing. Have you heard their village councils who are going to be employed, or they are in the process of being employed? So the problem is not the money. The problem is the wage bill. So until the county executive stops employing, they will continue having these deficits. Okay? Yeah. So we cannot increase money to give somebody to go continue employing more members, more workers, and it is not.
And my question is, Madam Speaker, now that these employers are already employed, now that they will not get their salaries, will it not affect the county?
No, that's not our problem.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Clarification? Proceed.
Members, it's also good that we don't go home when we are not getting points clear. We are not saying that we have slashed anything for anyone. Remember, we are talking about supplementary budget here. This is already these funds have been spent whichever way they have been spent. We are only trying to sanitize the lines into which they have been spent. So, in terms of a payment and salaries, and again, if you have been keen on the areas that have been touched, we have not been able to touch on any area about salaries, Madam Speaker. We have been very keen as a committee. We only looked at areas, the new increments that were there. For example, things like board meetings and things like those. Those are the areas that we have been able to step on. Otherwise, in terms of employee emoluments and all that, we have not been able to touch anywhere. We are very keen and we are very human. But the matter of the fact is that nobody or no service is going to be injured by this supplementary budget. Nothing of that nature. Remember again, Madam Chair, Education, when we talk about a supplementary budget, it's not the main budget. We are not giving a line. We are only sanitizing their proposal where they thought that where they have already spent the money. This money has been spent this way. And as Madam Speaker says, the only thing that we are risking and we are trying to be cautious about is not to give an opening where we are going to open a Pandora's box where they will spend freely again to enable us get into more pending bills. I hope that makes some sense.
Honorable Anastasia, I think Honorable Ngunga has been able to elaborate on that matter. So we have Katiti and we finished members. Okay?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First, I want to appreciate the committee led by our able chairman, the new chairman budget, Paul Wambua, who represents Kiboni Ward. Is my neighbor and comes from Mala sub-count. One, I want to talk about just two things. One is about last year, or this financial year we passed a budget and now we have supplementary one to supplement to do supplemental of it. So my argument is there were a lot of monies that were set out for development. And I tried to imagine what has been done mostly in Mudhedheni ward in terms of development. The allocation that has gone to Mudhedheni, it cannot even reach 70,000. It's less. It's less. Because what was done was just one is in the class and grading, nothing else. Yeah, so an is in the class that costed almost 2 million. Then grading that costed at a cost of almost less than even 50,000. That's just it was done almost for a day. So the other thing is about now about the contractors. Madam Speaker, the absence of tension does not mean presence of peace or justice. Madam Speaker, there are so many voices outside there that want to be heard. And those are the voices of the contractors. Those are our brothers, our mothers, our sisters that were given contracts in this count. And today, those people are not paid. I plead and I request that even when it comes to the main budget, that will allocate more monies to that budget so that we can pay the bedding bills. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support this.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. There's something I want to say concerning this supplementary budget. And when Honorable Majority Leader was making his submissions, I interjected and said, we cannot have any amendments at this point. I am asking you members that there should not be amendment on this bill or this particular motion or figures. We have already written to COB concerning the wage bill and how we froze employment and the executive did not listen to us. So if you go ahead and make an amendment, just know that you'll be committing an illegality because these amendments, you increase money to go and pay, to continue employing more people. You are dwelling on illegality because I have already written a letter to COB explaining all this, including those pending bills. So members, I hope we are together. Let's proceed. Sorry?
Honorable Speaker, you have not ruled on the application I made before on the committee of the whole. I demand a request that you direct.
That is what I am, that is the ruling.
So now what will be the use of the committee of the whole? If we cannot say nay or ayes, what will be the use of that?
I've made a ruling. Let's proceed. At this point, may I invite the mover of the motion to come and proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It seems someone here knows me very well, that I love a very well-cooked goat or head, or cow head, as well as the feet. Thank you, members, for your contribution on this matter of the supplementary budget 2025-2026. Just a few points. One, the committee, in its own wisdom and based on the historical performances on on-source revenue, felt that it is not possible for the county to raise even, leave alone the 4.1 billion, even its own estimates of 3.09 budget on ordinary on-source revenue. Ordinary on-source revenue which excludes hospital revenues. And I think the committee was fair in basing this supplementary budget on the estimated on-source revenue. When it comes to the hospital revenue, if you look at my report, it is enlisted as one of the sources of revenue for this county, although the spirit and letter of the FIF was that these monies be utilized in the facilities they are collected from. But we also know that, of course, the county invests first, then they get the funds later. So we can always look at it as a source of income. The other thing is that if you look at the budget we passed in June last year, that is budget for 2025-2026, we passed a budget of 14.07 billion. Now we are supplementing 17.118 billion. It means that there is about slightly above 3 billion that has been increased in this new supplementary. Madam Speaker, I want to urge the county CCM for finance to keep engaging this house and especially the budget committee, because most of the times we find ourselves rushing to do supplementary budgets at the very tail end of a financial year. There is nothing wrong about us doing a supplementary in September. There is nothing wrong about us doing a supplementary in December. So let's engage and do supplementary budgets whenever we feel there is need. Lastly, Madam Speaker, the issue of the wage bill, I don't think this supplementary budget has touched on expenditure that is salary based. If you look at what we have mainly touched, and there are new vote heads, there are something they were calling boards and committee, there is other operating expenses, there is research and feasibility study, there are fuels, oils and lubricants for almost each department, and there are DSS. So we did not touch on anything salary, although it's something that needs to be checked if this county needs to move forward, because if you have, as members, have been looking at the many budgets that we have passed, they are mainly social budgets. Going forward, we need to do development-facing budgets, because if we do budgets that give monies to people or give furias or stipends, we will not be helping our county. Our county is in dire need of classrooms for our children. Our county is in dire need of water resources. Our county is in dire need of roads, my people. Our county is in dire need of proper health care. So I urge this house, together we can do it, at least even for as our last dance for this in this assembly. We can do a development forward-looking budget. And I hope we shall all cooperate and give this county a very good budget. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank you, members.
Thank you.
Sorry, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
I now put the question that this assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the assembly for the financial year 2025. Let's have one meeting, members. Let me take that again. I now put the question that this assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the assembly for the financial year 2025-2026, tabled in the assembly on 17th June 2026, and pursuant to the provisions of section 135 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 208, 1. Approves the issuance of a sum of 17,118,216,493 from the County Revenue Fund to meet the expenditure during the year ending 30th June 26, in respect of votes contained in the schedule attached to the order paper, Appendix 2. Number 2, approves the non-financial recommendations to stand in the report. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. Ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 11. The Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, second reading.
At this point, may I invite Honorable Alphonse Mutinda, Vice Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come forward and take us through.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 121, Suborder 1, I wish to move the motion that the Machakos County Supplemental Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplemental number 1, Machakos County Bill number 1, be now read on a second time. Your permission, Madam Speaker, would like to request our able chair, Honorable Don, to second the motion, this motion. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I invite I now propose the question that the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, be now read a second time. I invite the members to discuss the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1. I now put the question that Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, now read a second time. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. Ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. I invite the clerk to read the long title.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2026 and to appropriate that sum for certain public services and purposes.
Next order.
Order number 12, Committee of the Whole House.
At this moment, it's time for the Committee of the Whole House. I want to invite the Chair of Chairs to take over.
is the MACHAKOS County Supplementary Appropriations Bill 2026. Sorry. Welcome members for the Committee of the Whole. As we deliberate on MACHAKOS County Supplementary Appropriations Bill 2026. And so we have Clause 3. Clause 3. Clerk.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that Clause 3 be part of the bill. I now put the question that Clause 3 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Schedule B. Clerk, proceed.
Votes R0001 and vote R0002.
I propose the question that the votes R0001 and R002 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the votes R001 and R002 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. Ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0003.
I propose the question that the vote R003 be part of the bill. Mover.
I move that clause for R0003 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R003 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R003 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R003. Let's have order, honorable members. I now put the question that the vote R003 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. Ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0004.
I propose the question that the vote R004 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R004 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R004 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R004 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. Ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R004 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. Ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0005.
I propose the question that the vote R005 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0005 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R005 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R005 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R005 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0006.
I propose the question that the vote R006 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0006 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R006 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R006 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R006 be as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0007.
I propose the question that the vote R007 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0007 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R007 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R007 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R007 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0008.
I propose the question that the vote R008 be part of the bill.
I propose that. I move that vote R0008 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R008 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R008 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R008 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0009.
I propose the question that the vote R009 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0009 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R009 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R009 be amended as proposed. As many as of that opinion say ayes. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R009 as amended be part of the bill. As many as of that opinion say ayes. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0010.
I propose the question that the vote R0010 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0010 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R0010 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0010 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0010 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0011.
I propose the question that the vote R0011 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0011 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R0011 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0011 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0011 as amended to be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0012 and vote R0013.
I propose the question that the vote R0013, R0012 and R0013 be part of the bill. Sorry. I propose the question that the vote R0012 and R0013 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote R0012 and R0013 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote R0014.
I propose the question that the vote R0014 be part of the bill.
I move that vote R0014 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote R0014 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote R0014 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say
ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay. Nay.
The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote R0014 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
At the county assembly, munasema nay.
Honorable members, you are requested to switch off your mics because we cannot access it from this end, please. If you want, if maybe you want to use the mic, you can do that when we are putting the question. Okay, let's proceed. Clerk, proceed.
Totals for recurrent.
I propose the question that the totals for recurrent be part of the bill.
I move that the total for recurrent be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the totals for recurrent be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the totals for recurrent be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. I now put the question that the totals for recurrent as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Schedule 2, Development Expenditure, vote D0001.
I propose the question that the vote. I now propose the question that vote D0001 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0001 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0001 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0001 be amended as proposed. As many as are that opinion say ayes. Would as many as are of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0001 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0002.
I propose the question that vote D002 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0002 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0003.
I propose the question that the vote D0003 be part of the bill.
I move that D0003 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0003 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0003 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, I now put the question that the vote D0003 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0004.
I propose the question that the vote D0004 be part of the bill.
I move that for D0004 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0004 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0004 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0004 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0005.
I propose the question that the vote D0005 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D005 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0006.
I propose the question that the vote D0006 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0006 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0006 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0006 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0006 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0007.
I propose the question that the vote D007 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0007 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0007 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0007 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0007 as amended be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0007 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0007 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0008.
I propose the question that the vote D0008 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0008 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0008 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0008 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0008 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D009 and vote D0010.
I propose the question that the vote D0009 and D0010 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0009 and D0010 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0011.
I propose the question that the vote D0011 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0011 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0011 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0011 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0011 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0012.
I propose the question that the vote D0012 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0012 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0012 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0012 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0012 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0013.
I propose the question that the vote D0013 be part of the bill. I now put the question that the vote D0013 be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Vote D0014.
I propose the question that the vote D0014 be part of the bill.
I move that vote D0014 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the vote D0014 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the vote D0014 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the vote D0014 as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Totals for development.
I propose the question that the totals for development be part of the bill.
I move that the total for development be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the totals for development be amended as proposed. As I now put the question that the totals for development be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the totals for development as amended be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as are the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Grant total.
I propose the question that the grant total be part of the bill.
I move that the grant total be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the grant total be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the grant totals be amended as proposed. As many as are that opinion say ayes. As many as are the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the totals for the grant total as amended to be part of the bill. As many as are that opinion say ayes. As many as are the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Clause 2.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill.
I move that clause 2 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the clause 2 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the clause 2 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the clause 2 as amended to be part of the bill. Would as many as have that opinion say ayes? As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Long title.
I propose the question that the long title of the bill be the title of the bill. I now put the question, Honorable Brian, please. Order. I now put the question that the long title of the long title be, sorry, let me repeat. I now put the question that the long title be the long title of the bill. As many as have that opinion say ayes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
Long title.
I propose the question that the long title be
Clause 1. Clause 1.
Clerk, repeat.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill.
I move that clause 1 be amended as listed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the clause 1 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that the clause 1 be amended as proposed. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that the clause 1 is amended to be part of the bill. As many as have that opinion say yes. As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, proceed.
I wish to move the motion that the committee do report its constellation of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplementary Number 1, Machakos County Bill Number 1, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I propose the question that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriations Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement Number 1, Machakos County Bills Number 1, its approval thereof with amendments. I put the question that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriations Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement Number 1, Machakos County Bills Number 1, its approval thereof with amendments. As many as have that opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as have the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you, honorable members. We are now done. So we'll honorable members, please let's have order. Sorry, Sanjay Datams call the speaker so that she may come and we proceed. And honorable members, report.
I beg. Papa, I do. I beg to move that. Naba, move and give a shot. People are about to give it. Call me. Speak or come on there, some of
For what?
I beg to move that. Need your bag and I Google. Need your bag and I buy. Do we buy?
Sure.
Ndiye kuibane kala. Eh? Aja.
That the House do agree with the committee.
Ngina no guys. Nangebi job. Nangebi job.
Moja kwa report ya speaker motion ya.
Finish here. It's here. Oh. Order, honorable members. Order. May I invite Chair of Chairs to come and proceed? Honorable Diaz.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriations Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement Number 1, Machakos County Bills Number 1, and has approved the same with amendments. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. May I call the mover to proceed? The mover is very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Proceed.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report.
Call a seconder.
Honorable Member representing Mua, I beg for us.
Madam Speaker, I second. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose, honorable members, one meeting. I now propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I now put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many are of the opinion say ayes. Ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 13. The Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, third reading.
May I invite Honorable Alphonse Mutinda, Vice Chair, Budget and Appropriation to proceed.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to standing order number 13, suborder 2, I wish to move the motion, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplementary number 1, Machakos County Bill number 1, B, now read for the third time.
I now propose the question that, sorry? Please call a seconder.
Honorable Chairman, can you make the second, please?
Madam Speaker, I second.
I know. I know.
You offered. Madam Speaker, I offered to second.
Members are suspicious. Let's proceed. Let's proceed, members. I now propose the question that Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, be now read at that time. I invite members to comment on the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation. I now put the question that the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, be read at that time. As many of the opinion say ayes. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I invite the clerk to read the long title.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2026 and to appropriate that sum for certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, clerk. Next order.
Order number 14, motion adjournment of the House.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come forward and take us through that motion. Majority Leader, what's your plan? What was your plan? Eh?
Madam Speaker,
you can't say you have been
heard you
because I heard you.
No, Madam Speaker, I've heard you say the next order.
Yes.
And the clerk has read the next order as adjournment of the House.
Yes.
And you have invited me to come and proceed.
No, I meant earlier. Earlier, when you were saying no, nay, what did that mean?
No, I was just holding a certain position on a matter that was before the floor of the House.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I'm within my constitutional right.
It is.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to Standing Order number 24, this Assembly resolves to adjourn its sitting of Tuesday, 23rd and 24th June 2026, and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday, 30th June 2026 at 10 a.m. Madam Speaker, I call the minority leader to second.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I now propose the question that pursuant to Standing Order number 24, this Assembly resolves to adjourn its sitting on Tuesday, 23rd and 24th June 2026 and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday, 30th June 2026 at 10 a.m. I invite members to debate. I now put the question that pursuant to Standing Order number 24, this Assembly resolves to adjourn its sitting on Tuesday, 23rd and 24th June 2026 and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday, 30th June 2026 at 10 a.m. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. The House adjourns to Tuesday, 30th June 2026 at 10 a.m. Thank you, members.